The stars shone brightly against the endless black of space outside the viewing deck of the Earth exploration vessel Horizon. Commander Lily Bennett stood with her hands clasped behind her back, watching as her crew prepared for their next planetary survey. For 3 years, they had been mapping uncharted systems beyond human space, cataloging new worlds and searching for signs of intelligent life. Today, that search might finally end. "Commander, you should see this," called Navigator Paula Martinez from her station. Her fingers flew across the holographic display, zooming in on an anomaly at the edge of their sensor range. Lily moved quickly to her side. "What am I looking at, Martinez? It's massive, almost 3 times our size, definitely not natural, and it's changing course to intercept us." Security Chief Gregory Ortiz joined them, his hand instinctively resting on the stunner at his hip. "Hostile? No weapon signatures that I can detect," Paula said. "But their technology is unlike anything in our database." Lily's heart raced, but her voice remained steady. "Open all communication channels, standard greeting protocol." Communications Officer Nathan Drake nodded. "Broadcasting on all frequencies, Commander." For several minutes, nothing happened. The enormous ship continued its approach, its sleek design unlike the practical angular ships humans built. This vessel looked almost grown rather than built, with smooth curves and surfaces that seemed to shift color as it moved. "Commander?" Drake called out, excitement clear in his voice. "We're receiving a response." The main screen flickered to life, revealing a being unlike any they had seen before. It had 4 eyes arranged vertically on a face with bluish-silver skin. When it spoke, its mouth didn't move. Instead, color patterns rippled across its face. Dr. Alan Frost, the ship's xenolinguist, approached the screen in wonder. "Incredible," he whispered. A soft, melodic voice filled the bridge. "Greetings, travelers. I am Grand Emissary Trell of the Galactic Concord. We welcome contact with new species." The crew of the Horizon exchanged amazed glances. First contact. After centuries of searching the stars, humanity had finally found other intelligent life. "I am Commander Lily Bennett of the Earth exploration vessel Horizon," Lily responded, trying to keep her voice professional despite her excitement. "We come with peaceful intentions and a desire to learn about your civilization." The aliens' color patterns shifted to a soft purple. "We would be pleased to meet with your leaders. Our vessel, the Eternal Harmony, invites a small delegation to come aboard." After ending the transmission, Lily gathered her senior officers. "This is what we've trained for. Dr. Frost, Chief Ortiz, you're with me. Lieutenant Martinez, you have the bridge." As they prepared to board the shuttle, Dr. Frost could barely contain his excitement. "Do you realize what this means? An entire galactic community. Think of what we could learn from them." Chief Ortiz checked his stunner one last time before securing it. "Let's hope they're as friendly as they seem." The shuttle journey was short. As they approached the alien vessel, they saw it was even more impressive up close. The surface wasn't metal, but some kind of living material that pulsed with soft light. They were welcomed by a group of aliens of various species. Some had multiple limbs, others moved on something like wheels. Grand Emissary Trell led them to a large circular room where cushioned platforms served as seats. "The Concord spans thousands of worlds," Trell explained as they settled in. "We have existed in peaceful cooperation for over 10,000 of your Earth years." Dr. Frost's eyes widened. 10,000 years? Human civilization has only existed for about that long in total. This comment caused a ripple of color patterns among the aliens that Dr. Frost couldn't interpret. "Tell us of your people," another alien asked. This one was smaller, with green skin and large black eyes. "How long have you traveled the stars?" "We've had spaceflight for less than 300 years, Lily explained. "Our faster-than-light capabilities are only about 80 years old. We've established colonies on 27 worlds, though Earth remains our homeworld." The aliens exchanged looks that seemed concerned. "And have you encountered warfare in your expansion?" asked a tall, thin alien with 6 fingers on each of its 4 hands. Lily hesitated. "We had conflicts in our early expansion, yes. Disputes, over resources or territory. But we've had peace among our colonies for over 30 years now. Dr. Frost noticed that the word warfare had caused several of the aliens to display color patterns of deep red and orange. He made a mental note to study this reaction. The meeting continued for hours as they exchanged basic information about their respective species. The humans learned that the Concord included over 500 intelligent species and controlled much of what humans called the Milky Way galaxy. As they discussed human history, the aliens became increasingly quiet. When Chief Ortiz mentioned his background in Earth's Unified Defense Force, several aliens whispered something that sounded like harbingers. Dr. Frost's translator couldn't make sense of the word in this context. He leaned forward. "Excuse me, but my translator didn't catch that term. What are harbingers?" The room went silent. Grand Emissary Trell's color patterns froze in what seemed like alarm. "It is nothing," Trell said after an uncomfortable pause. "An old legend, nothing more. I believe we have exchanged enough information for today. We will arrange a formal introduction to the Concord Council. They will want to meet representatives of Earth." The way Trell said Earth made Dr. Frost uneasy. As they returned to their shuttle, Chief Ortiz kept looking back. "Is it just me? Or did they get weird when we talked about our military history?" "They definitely reacted to something," Lily agreed. "Dr. Frost, any insights?" The xenolinguist shook his head. "I need more data, but they seem disturbed by our capacity for warfare, and that term, harbingers, clearly means something important to them." Back aboard the Horizon, they were greeted by an excited crew eager to hear about the aliens. Lily gave a brief report but couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. Later that night, as most of the crew slept, communications. Officer Drake noticed unusual transmission activity from the alien vessel. Using the translation matrix Dr. Frost had begun developing, he decoded fragments of an urgent message being sent to distant parts of conquered space. Confirmed. Origin planet matches. Harbingers have returned. Legendary war gods walk. Among us once more, prepare the council. Earth must be. The transmission cut off, but Drake had heard enough. With shaking hands, he called Commander Bennett. The humans had no way of knowing that across Concord space, ancient defense systems were being awakened, and emergency councils were being convened. The legends that had frightened alien children for millennia were no longer just stories. The war gods had returned. The next morning, Commander Lily Bennett called an emergency meeting with her senior officers. Communications Officer Nathan Drake played the partial message he had intercepted. "War gods?" Chief Ortiz frowned. "They think we're some kind of ancient warriors?" Dr. Frost tapped his tablet thoughtfully. The term harbingers was clearly significant to them. And notice how they reacted when we mentioned Earth specifically. "Whatever they think we are, they're scared," Lily said. "And scared people can be dangerous." A soft chime interrupted them. "Commander," said Navigator Paula Martinez over the comm. "The alien vessel is hailing us." On the main screen, Grand Emissary Trell appeared, color patterns flowing calmly across their face. "Commander Bennett, the Concord Council requests your presence at Nexus Station. It is a great honor for a new species." Lily kept her expression neutral. "We're pleased to accept. When should we depart?" "Immediately. We will escort you." Trell's eyes blinked in sequence. "We are eager to formally welcome humans to the galactic community." After the transmission ended, Chief Ortiz shook his head. "I don't like this, Commander. They're hiding something." "I agree," Lily said. "But this is our chance to learn what's going on. Dr. Frost, you've made the most progress understanding their language and customs. You'll join me. Chief Ortiz, I want you along as security. And Martinez, I need your navigational skills." "What? About the rest of us?" asked Drake. "Stay alert. If anything happens, your priority is getting word back to Earth." 3 hours later, the Horizon followed the eternal harmony into faster-than-light travel. The journey took 2 days by the humans' count. When they emerged, a massive structure filled their view screen, Nexus Station. Unlike the sleek ships of the Concorde, The station was a sprawling collection of different architectural styles, showing the influence of many species over thousands of years. It rotated slowly, creating gravity in its outer rings while the central hub remained in 0G. "It's amazing," Paula whispered. "It must be at least 100 kilometers across." A small delegation from the horizon took a shuttle to one of the station's many docking bays. They were met by a group of aliens led by a tall, insect-like being with iridescent wings folded against its back. "I am Council Arbiter Zakthar," it said through a translator device. "I will guide you to the regional council chamber. They are most eager to meet you." As they walked through the station, the humans noticed how other aliens stopped to stare at them. Some moved closer with curiosity, while others backed away in what looked like fear. "They're acting like we're celebrities," Paula said quietly. "Or monsters." The council chamber was a vast, circular room with tiered seating for hundreds of representatives. At the center was a raised platform where the humans were directed to stand. Above them, holographic displays showed their images to everyone in the chamber. "Representatives of Earth," Zakathar announced, "you stand before the Regional Council of the Galactic Concord, Sector 7. A murmur ran through the gathered aliens. Dr. Frost noticed that when Zakthar said Earth, the reaction was immediate and strong. An older alien with gray skin and forearms stood. "Is it confirmed? They come from the planet designated in ancient records as HR091, known in legend as Harbinger Prime." Zekathar's wings fluttered slightly. "It is confirmed. Their planet matches the coordinates in our oldest archives." The chamber erupted in noise. Some aliens were shouting, others making sounds the translator couldn't process. Zikathar raised all four of its arms for silence. "Order! The humans are our guests." Lily stepped forward. "Council Arbiter, we came in peace, but it seems our presence causes distress. We would appreciate an explanation." Zikathar's compound eyes studied her for a moment. "Commander Bennett, your people have been the subject of our most ancient legends. 50,000 years ago, beings from your world traveled among the stars. They were called the Harbingers." Dr. Frost leaned forward. 50,000 years? That's impossible. Humans didn't have space travel until the 20th century. "The beings matched your biological profile," Zakathar continued. "They were adaptable, enduring, and possessed a remarkable capacity for warfare. They fought beyond all reasonable limits, continuing even when gravely injured." A holographic display activated, showing ancient cave paintings and sculptures from different worlds. They depicted bipedal figures leading armies into battle, standing atop defeated enemies or wielding weapons of fire. "For 300 years, the Harbingers spread through this sector of space," Zikathar said. "Then, as suddenly as they appeared, they vanished. Some believe they destroyed themselves. Others think they returned to their homeworld. Over time, they became legend, the war gods of our oldest stories." Lily shook her head. "These can't be humans. 50,000 years ago, our ancestors were still using stone tools." "Perhaps they were not your direct ancestors," Zakathar suggested. "Or perhaps your world was visited by others who took some of your kind to the stars before your recorded history." Back on the horizon, Nathan Drake continued monitoring Concord communications. What he found alarmed him. "Chief Engineer Reeves," he called. "I need to speak with you immediately." Olivia Reeves had been working on understanding Concord technology. She wiped grease from her hands and joined Drake at his station. "I've been picking up increased military communications," Drake explained. "A faction called the Purifiers is gaining support. They're advocating for immediate action against Earth." Reeves frowned. "What kind of action?" "The kind that involves weapons," Drake said grimly. "They're afraid of us, Olivia. They think we're these legendary warriors returning to conquer them." "That's ridiculous. We've barely expanded beyond our own system compared to them. Fear isn't rational, and from what I'm intercepting, the Purifiers are planning something soon. We need to warn the commander." At that moment, the ship's alarms blared. "Multiple ships dropping out of faster-than-light travel," announced the officer at Tactical. They're not conquered diplomatic vessels. Weapon signatures detected. On the bridge view screen, a dozen angular, red-hulled ships surrounded the horizon. "Shields up," ordered the acting commander. "Hail them." The response came as a barrage of energy weapons fire hammering against the horizon's shields. On Nexus Station, the diplomatic meeting was interrupted by urgent messengers. Zekathar's wings spread in alarm as it received the news. "Commander Bennett," it said gravely, "I must inform you that a fringe faction has taken unauthorized military action. Your ship is under attack." Lily's face hardened. "Then you're about to see if your legends about humans are true." Chaos erupted on the bridge of the horizon as red emergency lights flashed. The ship rocked from another hit. Acting Commander Olivia Reeves gripped her chair as she shouted orders. "Evasive pattern Delta. Return fire. Defensive targets only." Kerbuof. Human vessel was outnumbered and surrounded, but it wasn't helpless. Earthships were built tough, designed to withstand both space hazards and potential combat. The Horizon's shields held against the initial assault. "Sir, they're targeting our engines," called the tactical officer. "They want to disable us, not destroy us," Reeves realized. "Communications, any response to our hails?" Nathan Drake shook his head. "Nothing, but I'm picking up their internal communications. They're calling themselves purifiers. They're talking about containment protocols for dangerous species." Reeves's eyes narrowed. She had been chief engineer for 8 years, but before that, she had served in Earth's defense force. "They think we're easy prey. Let's show them otherwise. Tactical, target the lead ship's weapon systems. Fire when ready." The Horizon's main batteries came alive, sending concentrated energy beams toward the lead purifier vessel. The aliens clearly hadn't expected effective resistance. Their shields flickered and failed at the point of impact, and the human weapons cut through their hull. "Direct hit," reported Tactical. "Their main weapons array is down." "Target the next ship," Reeves ordered. "Communications broadcast on all frequencies. We acted in self-defense and will cease fire if they withdraw immediately." On Nexus Station, Commander Lily Bennett was demanding answers from the Council Arbiter. "I need a ship to get back to my crew," she said firmly. "The Concord Defense Force has been dispatched to stop the purifiers," Zikathar assured her. "This attack was not authorized. The purifiers are extremists who—" Lily cut him off. "I don't care who they are. My people are in danger." Chief Ortiz had moved to Lily's side, hand near his weapon. Several council guards had also shifted positions, watching the humans with new wariness. Dr. Frost was studying a data terminal showing the ongoing battle. "Commander, look at this. The Horizon is holding its own." The display showed the human ship maneuvering with surprising agility for its size, its weapons precisely targeting the purifier vessel's key systems rather than attempting to destroy them outright. "Your ship fights with unusual restraint," noted a small amphibious council member. "The legends say harbingers would destroy their enemies completely. We're not trying to destroy anyone," Lily said firmly. "We're defending ourselves while minimizing casualties." Paula Martinez had been quiet, but now she spoke up. "These purifiers, what exactly do they want?" Zikathar's wings fluttered nervously. "They believe all potential threats to the Conquered should be eliminated before they can grow stronger. When news spread that beings from Harbinger Prime, from Earth, had returned, they likely saw it as their duty to contain you." On the main view screen, a new fleet of ships appeared. Sleeker vessels with the blue markings of the official Conquered Defense Force. They positioned themselves between the Horizon and the remaining purifier ships. "Commander," Zikathar said, "a security escort will take you to a shuttle. You may return to your vessel." As they were led away, Dr. Frost whispered to Lily, "Something doesn't add up. If these harbingers were as powerful as their legends claim, how could such an advanced civilization not have records of what really happened to them?" "Good question," Lily murmured. "See if you can access their historical archives before we leave." Back on the Horizon, the crew was assessing damage when Commander Bennett's shuttle returned. Olivia Reeves met them in the docking bay, her uniform singed and a cut visible on her forehead. "Status report," Lily ordered immediately. 3 minor injuries, no casualties. Hull breach on Deck 4, contained and sealed. Shields at 62% and recharging, Reeves reported crisply. We disabled 2 enemy vessels and damaged 3 others before the Concord forces arrived. Good work, Lily said, genuine pride in her voice. In the briefing room, the senior officers gathered to share information. Dr. Frost went first, bringing up images on the main screen. I managed to access some of their historical archives, he explained. The records about the Harbingers are fragmentary, but I found something interesting. The earliest accounts don't describe them as conquerors at all, but as refugees. Refugees? Paula asked. From what? That's unclear, but look at this. Frost displayed an ancient star chart. This shows the path of the Harbingers through conquered space. They didn't expand outward in all directions like conquerors typically would. They moved in a relatively straight line, as if they were fleeing from something. Chief Ortiz leaned forward. Or searching for something. What about these purifiers? Lily asked. Are they likely to try again? Nathan Drake nodded grimly. Based on the communications I intercepted, this was just a small group acting independently. Their full faction is much larger, and they're gaining support. But there's something else. He pulled up a transmitted message that had been decoded. This was being broadcast throughout nearby systems. The war gods have shown their true nature. Earth vessels have attacked peaceful conquered ships without provocation. They're lying, Reeves said angrily. They fired first. It's propaganda, Lily said. They're trying to turn the conquered against us. The ship's alert system suddenly activated. Multiple vessels approaching, announced the tactical officer over the comm. Conquered Defense Force. They're requesting permission to send a representative aboard, Lily sighed. Grant permission for 1 representative with 2 security escorts. Chief Ortiz, meet them in the docking bay. Minutes later, Ortiz returned with 3 aliens. The leader was a tall reptilian being with scales that shifted color, like an Earth chameleon. I am Sector Commander Vex, it said. I bring an urgent message from the Council. Lily gestured to an empty seat. Please, Commander. The attack on your vessel has created a diplomatic crisis, Vex said without preamble. While the Council officially condemns the Purifier's actions, many systems are now calling for human containment. They fear your species represents a threat to galactic peace. Based on legends from 50,000 years ago? Lily asked incredulously. Based on your ship disabling multiple conquered vessels within minutes, Vex replied. Your defensive capabilities exceeded all projections. It has reinforced certain fears. Vex's scales shifted to a deep blue. I am here to warn you, the Council is deeply divided. If you wish to avoid further conflict, you should return to your territory immediately while diplomatic channels attempt to resolve this situation. After Vex left, the senior officers sat in somber silence. So much for first contact, Paula said, quietly. Lily stood, her face resolute. Prepare the ship for departure. But first, Dr. Frost, download everything you can from their historical archives. And Drake, keep monitoring their communications. She looked at each of her officers. The Concord is afraid of us because they don't understand us. Our priority now is getting home safely and warning Earth, but I'm not giving up on peace yet. As the Horizon prepared to leave Nexus Station, a message arrived from Arbiter Zakthar. Commander Bennett, I fear grave mistakes are being made. Not all of us believe the ancient stories. Some of us wish to learn the truth about the Harbingers and about humanity. Safe journey, and know that you have allies among us, few though we may be. The Horizon sped through the darkness of space, pushing its engines to their limits. Commander Lily Bennett had ordered maximum speed toward Earth. They needed to warn their homeworld about the potential threat from the Conquered, or more specifically, from the Purifiers. Any signs of pursuit? Lily asked, standing behind Paula's navigation console. Paula shook her head. Nothing on long-range scanners. I think we're clear for now. Dr. Frost was in his lab surrounded by holographic displays of the data he had downloaded from the Conquered archives. He rubbed his tired eyes and reached for his coffee mug. Computer, cross-reference all mentions of Earth and catastrophe In the Concord Historical Database, he said. Working, replied the ship's AI. 3 potential matches found. Frost leaned forward eagerly as the computer displayed ancient text fragments. One caught his attention immediately. It spoke of a great darkness that had fallen on the Harbinger. Homeworld, forcing them to flee into space. Computer approximate date of this event based on Concord chronology. Approximately 52,000 Earth years ago. Frost's heart raced. He quickly checked Earth's geological records. That time period roughly matched the latter stages of the last ice age. Something had happened then. Something significant enough to drive early humans, or perhaps beings related to humans, into space. The intercom buzzed. Dr. Frost, came Lily's voice. Report to the bridge immediately. When Frost arrived, the mood was tense. Nathan Drake was at his communication station, face grim. We've intercepted a transmission, Lily explained. It was encrypted, but Drake managed to break the code. Drake played the message. A Purifier commander was speaking. The first wave failed, but the containment plan proceeds. Our operatives on Earth's colony worlds are in position. The human threat must be eliminated before they can spread further. The Council hesitates, so we must act. For the safety of all Concord species, Operation Harbinger's End begins in 3 cycles. They're going to attack our colonies, Chief Ortiz said, his voice tight with anger. We need to warn Earth now, Lily decided. Drake, prepare a message buoy with everything we've learned. Launch it on a different vector than our course, maximum speed. What about us? Asked Olivia Reeves. Even at top speed, we're still 6 days from Earth. Lily's face was determined. We keep going. The buoy might reach them first, but we need to get home with the full data. As the crew prepared the warning message, the ship's sensors detected something alarming. Commander? Paula called out. Spatial. Distortion forming ahead of us. Before Lily could respond, space itself seemed to tear open in front of the horizon. A massive ship emerged, dwarfing their vessel. It was unlike anything they had seen before, not Concord design, not Purifier. Evasive. Maneuvers, Lily ordered. Paula tried to change course, but a strange energy field enveloped the horizon, holding it in place. We're caught in some kind of tractor beam, Reeves reported. I can't break free. Hail them, Lily commanded. The view screen activated, showing a humanoid figure with pale, almost translucent skin. Its eyes were large and entirely black, lacking visible pupils. Harbinger vessel, it said in a surprisingly melodic voice. We have been waiting for your kind to return to the stars. The bridge crew exchanged confused glances. I am Commander Lily Bennett of Earth, Lily replied carefully. Who are you? We are the Watchers, the being answered. We have observed the cycles of your world for many millennia. We knew the descendants of the Harbingers would eventually return to space. Dr. Frost stepped forward. You know about the original Harbingers? Who were they? They were your ancestors, modified by our kind to survive the great cold that befell your world. We guided them to the stars as an experiment, to see if they could survive. But they were too successful, too adaptable. They became feared by the young races forming the early Concord. Lily's mind raced. Are you saying humans are descended from these Harbingers? Some of you, yes. When the experiment grew too dangerous, most Harbingers were returned to Earth. Their enhanced traits dispersed through your species' gene pool over generations. But now the cycle begins again. You have returned to space and the Concord fears you just as they did before. We're not a threat to the Concord, Lily insisted. We want peaceful relations. The Watcher tilted its head. Perhaps, but the Purifiers do not believe this. And there is another factor you are not aware of. The view screen changed to show another region of space, where massive, dark ships were gathering. They resembled nothing so much as giant predatory creatures with hull designs that looked organic, rather than constructed. The Void Collective, the Watcher explained. Ancient enemies of the Concord who have hidden in the dark spaces between spiral arms for millennia. They have monitored the Purifier's actions and see an opportunity in this conflict. What opportunity? Ortiz asked. To strike while the Concord is divided. Already they move toward your colonies and Earth itself. The Purifiers have inadvertently given them the perfect distraction. Lily felt cold dread settle in her stomach. You're saying Earth is about to be caught in a war between the Concord and these Void Collective beings? Yes. And the Void Collective fears humans especially. Your adaptive nature, your ability to fight beyond reasonable limits, traits the Concord fears, make you particularly dangerous to the Collective's plans. The Watcher moved closer to the screen. The old legends call you war gods not because you sought conquest, but because when threatened, your kind fights with unmatched determination. The Concord fears this. The Void Collective fears this, and they are right to fear it. What can we do? Lily asked, her voice firm despite her fear. I will release your ship. You must reach Earth before the Void Collective. Warn your people, prepare them, and know this. The Purifier's attack will fail, but it will open the door for something far worse. As suddenly as it had appeared, the Watcher's ship vanished, releasing the horizon. Maximum speed to Earth, Lily ordered. And prepare all weapons, systems. Dr. Frost approached her. Commander, if what the Watcher said is true, humans really are these legendary war gods, or at least we're descended from them. Right now, I'm more concerned about the war part than the god part, Lily replied grimly. Drake, get that warning message updated. We need to tell Earth they're about to face two different alien threats. As the horizon raced toward home, alerts began coming in from the outermost human colonies. Strange ships had been spotted near Proxima Centauri. Communications with New Hope Station had suddenly gone silent. The war had already begun. Earth's orbital defense platforms were on high alert. Admiral Frank Davis stood in the command center of Space Station Freedom, watching as the combined human fleet assembled. Every available ship had been called home when the horizon's warning message arrived. Status report, he demanded. 38 capital ships in position, sir. Civilian evacuation of outer colonies is at 60%. Mars defense grid is online. The Admiral nodded grimly. And the horizon? ETA 20 minutes, sir. When Commander Lily Bennett and her crew arrived, they were immediately escorted to the war room where Earth's military leadership had gathered. The large room fell silent as they entered. Commander Bennett, Admiral Davis said, your warning saved millions of lives. We've already lost New Hope Station and the research outpost on Proxima B, but we managed to evacuate most of our people. Before the Void Collective arrived, Lily nodded, her face showing the strain of the past week. The Purifiers attacked 3 more of our ships as we approached Earth space. They're following a clear pattern, trying to isolate us from the rest of the galaxy. And these Void Collective ships? Asked a general. What can you tell us about them? Dr. Frost stepped forward. They're unlike anything in Concord records. Their technology seems partly organic. From what we observed, their weapons can disable our systems rather than just destroy them. They want our ships and technology intact. The meeting was interrupted by an urgent message. Admiral, multiple ships just appeared in lunar orbit. They're not Void Collective or Purifiers. On the main screen, a fleet of elegant ships with the blue markings of the official Concord appeared. They're hailing us, said the communications officer. Admiral Davis nodded. On screen, the face of Arbiter Zekthar appeared. People of Earth, I come with the authority of the Concord Council. We seek your aid against a common enemy. Davis raised an eyebrow. The same Concord that allowed the Purifiers to attack our colonies. The Council has officially condemned the Purifiers and stripped them of all authority, Zekthar replied. Many now see they were manipulated. The Void Collective has emerged from hiding after thousands of years, and they threaten us. All. Lily moved beside the Admiral. Arbiter Zekthar, we warned you this might happen. Yes, Commander Bennett. You were right, and many lives might have been saved had we listened sooner. Zekathar's wings fluttered, and what they had learned was a sign of regret. The Void Collective fears humans most of all. They remember the ancient harbingers and what they were capable of. Admiral Davis crossed his arms. And what exactly were these harbingers capable of? Adaptation, Admiral. Survival against impossible odds. fighting beyond all reasonable limits. The very traits that made the conquered fear your kind make you uniquely suited to combat the Void Collective. Across the room, Dr. Frost was examining new data transmitted by the conquered ships. Admiral, these scans confirm what the Watchers told us. The Void Collective has launched a major offensive across conquered space, and their largest fleet is headed directly for Earth. How long? Davis asked. Less than 12 hours. The Admiral turned back to the screen. Arbiter, if we agree to help, what exactly do you propose? A joint defensive action, Zikathar said. And something more. The conquered ships have brought advanced shield technology to integrate with your vessels, but we need your tactical minds, your warrior's spirit. We need the war gods of legend. For hours, human and Concord engineers worked together to upgrade Earth's defenses. Dr. Frost and Olivia Reeves helped coordinate the effort, finding ways to merge the different technologies. Commander Bennett joined Admiral Davis in reviewing battle plans. The Void Collective ships move in perfect coordination, she explained, pointing to simulation data. They function almost like a hive mind. Then we need to disrupt that coordination, Davis decided. Chief Ortiz, your thoughts? Ortiz had been studying the enemy fleet movements. They protect their command ships at all costs. If we can target those specifically, we might break their formation. As they prepared, Nathan Drake approached Lily with an urgent message. Commander, we're receiving a transmission from the Watchers. The pale being appeared on a private screen. Commander Bennett, we have observed your preparations. They will not be sufficient. Lily frowned. What do you mean? The Void Collective cannot be defeated by conventional means. They adapt too quickly. But there is another way. The Watcher's black eyes seemed to stare into her soul. Deep within your genetic memory lies the knowledge of the Harbingers. The modifications we made to your ancestors included certain capabilities that have remained dormant. What capabilities? The ability to disrupt the collective's hive mind. It requires great mental discipline and causes significant strain, but it can be done. We can show you how to awaken this ability in your most compatible crew members. Lily's eyes widened. You're saying some of us have psychic abilities? Not precisely. Rather, your brains can generate specific neural patterns that interfere with the collective's communication frequency. It is why they fear humans so deeply. When the Void Collective fleet appeared near Mars, Earth was ready. The combined human and Concord forces moved to intercept them. From the bridge of the flagship Freedom, Admiral Davis commanded the human forces while Zekthar coordinated with the Concord vessels. All ships, engage according to plan, Davis ordered. The battle was unlike anything in human history. The Void Collective's organic ships moved with unnerving coordination, their weapons tearing through even the upgraded shields. Aboard the Horizon, Lily, Dr. Frost, and 4 other crew members who had shown compatibility were connected to a device the Watchers had provided. Their minds joined together, focusing their thoughts as they had been taught. It's working, Frost gasped, sweat pouring down his face. I can feel them. Their coordination is faltering. Across the battlefield, the perfect formations of the Void Collective began to break. Their movements became erratic as the psychic interference disrupted their hive mind. Now, Admiral Davis ordered, all ships target their command vessels. The combined firepower of human and Conquered ships tore through the suddenly vulnerable enemy fleet. The Void Collective ships began to retreat, their advantage lost. When it was over, both sides had suffered heavy losses, but Earth stood undefeated. In the aftermath, a formal alliance was established between Earth and the Conquered. The legend of the Harbingers was rewritten. No longer feared conquerors, but respected defenders. 1 month later, Lily stood with Dr. Frost on the observation deck of the rebuilt Nexus station, watching as human and alien engineers worked side by side. Do you think the Watchers planned this all along? Frost asked. Creating the Harbingers knowing someday we'd return to space? Lily smiled. Perhaps. Or maybe they just saw something in us worth saving. Below them, a new plaque was being installed. In the council chamber. It read, They feared ancient legends until they learned the war gods fought not for conquest, but for peace.